How we going, folks? We're here back in the pod, summertime in the US. But the great thing for basketball fans is that the summer league is on in Vegas. Ian, how's it going?
Yeah, good man. Summer's good. Even here, even though it's winter, we're getting a bit of sun. So watch the games and see what's the new talent that's coming up.
That's it. That's it. So I've been tuning in here and there for some games. It's kind of cool. I got to say. It's like a little subculture that happens. Oh, and really, the diehards are there tuning into summer league. Let's face it. And the real tragics that probably don't have much on their hands, to be honest. People like myself, but um, but yeah, you can sort of see early talent and start identifying from the draft who got it right, which teams got it right, who are the real surprises, and who's disappointing early on. And to be fair, you can see it pretty early too. If someone's not going to pan out, you can start seeing it. Uh, that it's not going to work out. So, with that said, who's who's been the standout for you in the summer league so far in terms of young players, old players, whoever's playing in the summer league?
For me, probably Kate Cunningham's the most ready in
Mm.
terms of his body and skill set.
Yep.
Just looking at him move, making plays. Just really exciting to see what he can bring.
So him going number one obviously was no surprises there. Yep, he does look like the all-round ball player. 6'8", handles the ball. He shot it really well yesterday. I think he shot 7 for 10 from three. So he can shoot the three really well as well. Good defender. Only thing I'll say is he's not explosive. He's not the jump out of the gym type explosive player, but I think he's legit for sure.
That's what they said about Luca.
Yeah, true, and he's still not very explosive. You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, but he's a bona fide superstar now, Luka Doncic. Anyone else you see? You were talking about Jalen Green a bit.
Yeah, Jalen Green, it was all right until he got injured as well. So he's going to not participate anymore until scans are come back for his hammies.
Yeah, look, Jalen Green's got that, compared to Cade Cunningham, obviously Jalen Green went number two. He's got that electric sort of athleticism. I think he's quite skinny. He's 6'6", 6'7", and really skinny. His body really needs to fill out. So I'm not sure how he's going to go against grown men next year, but it definitely seems to have the level of athleticism, and he can really score the ball too, man. He looks he looks like a really good young player. And the interesting thing is he's coming from that G League Ignite team, right? He was a handful of guys that didn't go to college, played 1 year for the G League Ignite, been playing against grown men, and definitely they look a little bit more ready than some of the college guys, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. Because I guess the difference between college and G League is at least G League they will run the NBA plays, whereas college it's more similar to the international game. You could say.
Yeah, that's right, and potentially the way they prepare, the way they train, potentially that's quite different as well to the college game. And speaking of G League Ignite, there's Kuminga from Golden State. I think he went number 7 to Golden State. Saw him yesterday. Man, speaking of athleticism, put on some moves. I think he's 6'7", 6'8", really athletic. Put on this high crossover at the top of the court and then dunk. And I was like, yeah, all right. He's only 18 years old. Give him 4 years. Could be a really good player. Maybe even borderline all-star, actually.
Yep.
So I like the look of him. The other guys, Jalen Suggs has had a decent start as well for Orlando.
He's done really well. the two
slightly.
Jalen's.
Yeah, a few Jalen's around these days, actually, I have to
Yep.
say. So Orlando seems to have got a nice player there. Um, your boy, I think you're a bit of a fan of Quickly. I know he's not a draft prospect this year, but Emmanuel Quickly of New York.
Hmm.
Um, I think he looked pretty good playing for New York as well, and a solid backup point guard for New York. I think coming year.
You know who
Uh,
who did really well, but yeah, we'll see if he actually gets signed.
who?
Jello.
Oh, how could we forget? How could we forget? Yeah, man. Really happy for him, dude. Like
Yep.
the it must be tough having two brothers that are pretty much, making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yep.
Youngest brother most likely going to be an all-star as well, and you're the middle,
The
and
middle kid,
fuck,
mate.
you're the middle child, and to be fair, not blessed athletically as those other two guys. You can tell, like, uh,
He's got to
um,
work harder.
yeah, he's probably going to work harder, but body type, the other guys are tall and skinny and lean. This guy's a
Mm.
little bit shorter and heavier. More like Dad, I would say. More like Levar. But man, he's definitely got the best shot out of the three of them. No doubt about it. Jello ball.
Yeah, he does. Huh? He doesn't have that weird looking shot that Lonzo had, and
Yep,
even Lamelo had a weird one at the beginning, but he's corrected it a lot quicker
yep.
than Lonzo anyway.
So do you think Jello will get to at least training camp post summer league?
Yeah,
I would hope
I
so.
think
Yeah,
I think he'll get invites to training camp and just see how he goes. Hopefully they'll sign him, 15th spot or something.
yeah. He hopefully gets that Thanasis Adenkempo treatment.
Well, he just got a 2-year deal.
How much did he get? I heard he signed a 2-year deal, but how much did he get? Couple of million?
They haven't. Yeah, a
We
couple of
gotta, we
mil.
gotta, we
It's
gotta look up how much he got. Because that's a sweet deal, man. Just to keep Giannis happy, keep his brother around. Couple of mil to cheerlead. Very nice. Very
yeah.
nice
They
indeed.
haven't disclosed what what he got in terms of money.
To your deal. I'm sure it's at least a couple of million, right? Which is nice. And to be fair, he's like that energy sort of guy off the bench. And you need guys like that. In January, February, cold months, you need guys to give you a bit of a spark. So, congrats to the brothers. And yeah, back to Jello. He's shooting like 44 percent from 3-point line.
Mm,
Um, he's definitely got that
that's
shot.
Steph like, mate. 44%.
Exactly. Exactly. He's just going to keep working. He's just going to keep working, and you never know. He might get that spot at the end of the bench, like you're saying. Um, hey, speaking of guys to watch out for, our man Josh Giddey, number 6 draft pick. I
Yep.
was pretty keen to watch him play, but had a really good first game, good start. Basically, got a dunk, caught the ball right up the top, turned right, went straight through, and got a nice dunk to pretty much start his campaign. But got injured and haven't seen him since.
Yeah. I wonder how bad that injury is. Because yeah, I don't know. It didn't look too bad. Like,
Mm,
it's just I don't know, the way he landed looked a bit awkward. His body's a bit awkward. You're speaking about skinny guys. There's a skinny guy right there.
mm, I know, right? He's
Skinny and lanky.
yeah, it's. I mean, look, one thing you could say is he's played against men as well in the NBL, but phew, I thought he'd be a little bit more NBA ready than what I saw. Um, but yeah, let's wait and see, man. I mean, I hope he's not the next Dante Exum and he just gets injured and his body's not up for it.
Yeah, that's it.
But might be good next to Shy Alexander, Shy SGA, I like to call him.
SGA.
I struggle with his name, man.
Yep.
But yeah, so he was quite nice as well. Some old players making a comeback as well. Kenneth Fareed, Michael
Hmm.
Beasley for Blazers, which is really interesting. I don't know if that's the way to Damian Lillard's heart by signing these guys that haven't played in 2-3 years, but they're trying
Yeah.
something.
Beasley was doing well in a couple of years ago, I think. Like, yeah, I'm not sure what happened. He just went all quiet. I
Mm.
think people just dropped him. Might have been locker room drama.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's drama around Michael Beasley. He seems to be a bit of a tornado wherever he goes, I think. Um, yeah, so that was quite interesting to see as well. Um, who's what's the biggest takeaway from the first week or so for you coming up? Anything that's jumping out at you to watch out for next season?
um, Probably, yeah. Let's look at see what the changes are with the Knicks.
Mm.
Um, how the Rockets will play. Will they be as poo as they can be? With Suggs leading him, and yeah, watch out. He's Detroit.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I think Houston might have a quick bounce back with some of these
Mm.
kids. Actually, they seem to have nailed a couple of these. Um, also, keen to see um, keen to see guys like Davian Mitchell for Sacramento, the guy that played for Baylor, got off to a really nice start, but I'm not sure how it's going to fit with Halliburton uh, himself and yeah, that young backcourt in Sacramento. But he's gotten off to a good start. It's just all these little peripheral teams, like small market teams that's been struggling for a long, long time. But recently, we're starting to see them doing well, right? Phoenix, Milwaukee, Atlanta. So
Yeah,
it could be the rise of these little mini teams with really good young talent. So really keen to see how that plays out.
yeah. Well, yesterday we had I think Jalen Nolan, another Jalen, no, from the Timberwolves. He was
Yeah,
okay as well. He had 26 points,
yeah, yeah. Cool, cool.
and Utah as well. Utah had Trent Forrest, so yeah, see if he gets a run in that Utah squad because they were lacking some shots towards the end. They couldn't buy a bucket.
Mm, yeah. Speaking of Jalen, it's like the
Hmm.
Jalen count. Jalen Johnson
Yep.
um, went to number 20 for Atlanta, but he's pretty confident. He came out and saying, "I feel like I'm the best player in that draft," and he's been playing pretty well. 17 points, 10 rebounds a game, and just a year ago, he was being touted as one of the best players in the draft. So, looks like Atlanta got another steal, man. Really, really cool team to watch, Atlanta,
Mm.
going forward. So, um, yeah, it's these young teams that I'm actually really excited about how these guys
Yeah.
develop. Who's going to really take over the league? A lot of these guys, man, got huge extensions, right? I think that's the other thing
Yeah.
to talk about. Trey, good luck to him. 200 million extension.
Yeah.
Um, it's insane money, but the guy loves basketball, and I don't think it's all about money for him,
Yeah.
which is good to see
Exactly.
guys like that.
Getting
Um,
rewarded.
exactly. And your man Luca signed another 200 million extension as well.
Yeah. I know. Oh, I don't know how these guys. Oh, I can understand Luca and Trey. Both of them were
Yep, yep,
standouts.
yeah, and
Um,
they've already become all stars
mhm.
in their years, so which is fair enough. What about Shy Giolis Alexander? I just haven't seen enough of him. I've seen a little bit, but
Yeah,
they extended him to a max as well. So
yeah. That I don't know about that one. That doesn't look like a smart move for me.
that seems like a
Um,
overpay, right? I mean,
yeah,
just years
definitely
ago they didn't want
overpaid.
to they didn't want to pay guys like James Harden, and now they've overpaid for him. It's interesting. I mean, I want to see more of him. I hear a lot about him. I'd like to see more of him. And yeah, man, a lot of people signing big money. And we're still waiting. We're still waiting for Ben Simmons trade as well.
Yeah, I don't know why they're signing him so much. He was he got injured early, last season, and that's why we haven't really seen him. Other one to see is your pick from last year's draft, Obi Toppin. He did well. Went a bit quiet last year towards the end. Didn't really get played. Let's see if he gets played a bit more.
Yeah, there's a couple of second year guys coming in for a little tune up, and he's one of them. Let's wait and see how he goes. Cool. Well, I think that pretty much covers the summer league action so far. It is kind of a cool time for the NBA actually, watching the summer league games. So who's coming through next? And lots of photos of the guys before this crop have come through summer league. Photos of James Harden, Russell Westbrook playing summer league, Serge Ibaka are all together. Guys like Trey and Steph and Luka playing summer league. They've all come through this, right? That's the thing. Sometimes you're watching this, you're like, oh man, these guys are a long way off being superstars, but this is where it starts. So it's kind of cool to see early. Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks, and check out our pod and spread the word.
Did you want to cap off the tool of the week? We've got a big one.
The tool. You go with the tool first?
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, yes. Speaking of, crazy, right? 5.9 mil versus 84 mil over 4 years. Ooh.
I know, huh? Just 21, just say lazy 21 a year, just missed out.
How do you say no to that, right? I mean, a guy, look, if you're like an all-star, you've made significant changes to the team, then fair enough. But he was a sixth man, and a really good sixth man. For a sixth man to get that 20+ million, you got to take it, right? You got to take it off the table, surely.
Yeah, exactly.
But the gamble didn't pay off. Yeah, it's toolish. I feel bad for him. I don't know who his agent is. Surely he's fired by now.
Yeah. It's similar to the Victor Oladipo deal as well, where he turned down his money and got signed for buckets too.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo. Apparently, so a couple of years ago they offered him like 120 million extension or something like that. He turned that down.
Turned that down.
And then recently as Houston, they gave him 2-year extension for 40.
Yep.
So that's 20-something million. He said no to that too. And guess what? Minimum deal with Miami. That's
Yep.
That's gotta hurt, man.
Let's see. It pays off and he gets competitive and gets some playoff experience.
Yeah, that's it.
The Heat.
Always good to bet on yourself, man. But I don't know. Sometimes good to take that money.
I think you need to know what you're capable of.
Yeah. Exactly, and the injury side of things too, right? Victor Oladipo, that's what happened to him. There we go. Toolish agents and overestimation of talents.
Yeah.
Take that money, people. That's all I can say.
That's it. Just like Duncan Robinson, mate. He took the deal. He's happy.
Yeah, good money. Absolutely. 90 million. Well done, Duncan. Unsigned too. All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Subscribe, like, share with your friends, and we'll catch you next time.
Adios.
Peace.